Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Pokemon RCL Breakdowns. This is Season 10 A Division for the final week, and I am joined by our server host. Yeah, sure, that guy. Hi, Ziggy.
Hi.
Yes. Anyway, he likes to do his most nonchalant intro to make it less interesting. So starting us off, we actually have a forfeit loss. Josh didn't show up for his game, so Mez got the 6-0 forfeit win. Yeah, so we only have 7 games. I remember 2 of which, and one of which is one of the most hyped games I've watched in a very long time. Anyway, starting us off, we have Bacchus, also known as Paris Leafeons, going up against Warpig, the king of the new guys himself. Fuck, what's his team name again? Ziggy, help, what's his team name?
Royal.
That's it. Royal Bewear Force. That's it.
Royal Bewear Force.
I'll say the moment you said Royal, I remembered, but I was having such a fucking blank, and I literally had him on last fucking video, and God damn it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
no, I briefly forgot it for a second there too.
I somehow I don't know how much of my videos you actually watch, but I somehow always seem to remember. Sorry, I somehow always seem to forget. Huh?
I usually just watch my segment.
That's fair. I think that's what most people do. I don't know, the average watch time on like the videos tends to be about the average time one segment is, so that's what I assume anyway.
Fair enough.
Anywho, yeah, so let's get this game started. Bundle lead, Mola lead, who are the terrors? So on Warpig's side, he's brought Terra Fire, Blaziken, and Terra Electric Jolteon, which is kind of interesting. On Bacchus' side, he's got Terra Rock, Boulder. Anything interesting in this chat?
When the game started, I genuinely thought that Warpig forgot to change his terrors.
Honestly,
that's like what they normally are, right?
Yeah. Yes, it is. That's their default.
Yeah, I genuinely forgot he changed, like,
Yeah, forgot to change him. It's a very fair assumption. I mean, Fire is like decent into the team, I guess. Same with Electric. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. It's
Terra Rock. It's not Terra Rock, is it?
What's not?
Iron Boulder.
I already said it was.
Oh yeah, yeah. That looks really good into Warpig's team if Ting Lu goes down.
For sure. I also feel like it can't switch into them pretty like that well either. Like, I feel like it'll get like 3 hit maybe on a roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's also like his only rock resist. I guess he's got Alola there too. Probably max defense.
I'd assume
with like.
so, yeah.
But yeah, that.
Let's actually get this going, huh? Crit to lead the game, and it's not Rocky Helmet, interestingly enough. Flip turns out himself. Gets Thunder Waved immediately. Moonblast fucks bro up. Swaps out to Treads. Baton passes into the Ting. Well done. Knocks off is very fair, and it's leftovers. Okay, sets up rocks. Zapdos' boots, eats the EQ. Hurricanes for fuck all. Confuses first try, baby. Why did he use Earthquake again? He must have been making a prediction that wasn't right. He goes to... Oh, it's boots treads as well. I guess it's not that uncommon too.
It's right here.
Yeah. Bye-bye hazards. Goes back to Zapdos. Sets it again. I have a feeling this Ting doesn't have any damaging moves outside of Earthquake. Also, that does sweet fuck all. Honestly, so does that. Hurricane misses. Oh, Whirlwind, alright. Latias. Alluring Voice is pretty good coverage, honestly. I like that. That's good. Clef gets the wish off. Brings it into Ting to just be annoying, really. Hurricane hitting once again. U-turns off of it into the Lati. Gets whirlwinded back into Zapdos. Clef comes back out to dodge
From what I
Hulking.
remember with this game, it goes for like a while, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was just thinking if we get into this cycle any longer, okay, we broke the cycle. I was about to say if we get into this cycle any longer, I'm gonna start putting it on speed up.
I'm about to say I was waiting till he got into and he just switches immediately.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay. Let's
yeah,
let's speed this up a little bit, shall we?
yeah.
Because this game is going nowhere, and I don't really have any specific commentary to go on, really. Okay, here might be something interesting.
Warpig has officially taken Sean's title.
Apparently, and it is it's just barely not a 2-co on that bird. Or it might be a range, but either way. Swaps in Tinglu, Mighty Cleave doing sweet fuck all. That's a really
I'm
nice for
wondering
him.
what item that is on Boulder. It's definitely not banned.
Yeah, not with that damage, I don't think. I mean, 18%? No way it's banded.
Yeah, unless
Um,
it's like max defense Tinglu.
and
I'm not
even if
sure.
it is max defense Tinglu, I feel like it would be.
Also, he didn't forget to Terra Rock, did he? Or am I tripping?
No, he did Terra.
Okay, yeah, no, then yeah, that's definitely not banded.
Yeah, it's also not boots. He takes rocks damage here. I wasn't. It's one of those things where I was like, hang on, let me double check that. It's not banded. It's not booster, and it's not boots. I don't know what it is. It's also not life orb or leftovers.
Maybe it's like Scarf to outspeed +1 Blaziken.
That is a chance. I could also see it being something like expert belt, maybe. Or
'Cause, like,
actually,
like
maybe what's the rock item? Fucking
rock item.
yeah, like how there's like miracle seed and
Oh,
like
like
magnet.
Hearthstone?
Hearthstone,
Hearthstone?
that's it, yeah. Maybe that? I don't know.
Yeah, look, I can see it. I just think the Scarf makes the most sense because it outspeeds Jolteon and +1 Blaziken. And Mighty Cleave goes
To be
through
fair,
Blaziken.
this is a fucking quick feet Jolteon, so it's not outspeeding shit.
Oh yeah, he did run Flame Orb, didn't he?
Yeah, quick feet
Yeah,
flame orb.
but then you can't anticipate that in prep. Like that's
No,
just
yeah, I've never seen a quick feed Jolteon ever.
yeah, me neither. I think that was very clever from Warpig.
Yeah. And as for Blaziken, the issue is it can kind of just protect one, like, and get the speed boost again, and then it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, again, he can't like protect in front of Mighty Cleave, but
True. Yeah, actually, I forgot about that. Anywho, we'll see. We'll see what more information we get. Makes the double on the Clef. Wish powers Mighty Cleave. Fucks shit up, baby. It's probably put it in range of maybe not. Nope. Okay, yeah, that 74 was a high range. Ting Lu coming in to again eat this Mighty Cleave for breakfast. Getting more health back. Goes into the zap. Man, how the hell is he gonna kill this Ting? Grimmsnarl's down. Grimmsnarl did fuck all this game. Okay.
nope.
Hang on, hold up. What was the
Assault
trick?
vest.
Assault vest and a choice scarf. That's
I kind of figured it was Assault Vest, judging by how much Discharge did earlier in the game. I thought that was like too little.
I mean, it's. I would have. Right. Sorry, I was a little. I thought you meant Jolteon attacking the.
No,
the
no, I meant,
yeah. Sorry.
I meant
No. Yeah.
that.
I had like an aneurysm there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that
Honestly, 35% to Molar. Yeah, that doesn't shock me actually. That it was Vest. Now that yeah. Let's say, but the thing is, AV Gladius isn't even bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like you can't use Trick, but that's kind of fine.
yeah, it's not the worst item you could have got.
Yeah, indeed. And this goddamn Ting Lu out here causing problems. Oh shit, okay, it's nearly dead. Okay, just drop a Draco on his head, or not. Do you not have anything? Why not just a lowering voice on his ass? Hello? Alright, Jolteon's back.
It wouldn't have done much.
Well, it only had 10% health left. It didn't need to do much. Nice switch to
No,
Trick.
I mean, he swapped to a Lolamola.
Yeah, I'd still rather get, I don't know, probably chip on it. What did he do instead? I forgot already.
He doubled.
Oh, actually, I don't know. I'm usually the kind of player who says try and take the kill because they might fuck up. But I guess that was actually a pretty decent double going into predicting it to go into Mola there.
I think Bacchus uses Iron Boulder very good, particularly this game. He switches it on what he knows is safe.
Yeah. Knocks off the Corv. Mola is back. Volt switch on his ass right now. Damn.
Bundler.
The bundler indeed. Well,
Jolteon would be faster than this,
sure
and he
will
knows
be.
that.
He realized, yep. Oh, Tinglu's so close to dead. Finish him. Finish him, yes. Fuck you, Tinglu. Alright, now Boulder kind of just wins.
Yeah, especially now we know
Good
that
night, Bobby.
is not a Rocky Helmet.
Yeah, I feel like it probably should have been Helmet. I mean, you got tricked anyway, so he wouldn't have it at this point, but like, I still feel like Helmet probably would have been better. Also, this discharge is going to do a lot more now. Okay, or just U-turn
That
now.
was a dangerous play by Warpig.
Which was? Scalding.
Uh,
Yeah.
because he didn't have his ground type, and his Jolteon's not Volt Absorb.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, he doesn't have a good switch to, like, anything, and Corviknights, like, I think there wasn't anything he could do. What would you do from there? I mean, if he had Ice Beam, he probably should have done that instead, but I'm assuming he doesn't have it. But what's your discharge switch in, right? You have 73% Corviknight, 19% Burn plus Rocks Jolteon. You have 27%.
In all honesty, I didn't realize a lot of the stuff he has was that low. So,
That's what I mean. Clef is like, I mean, I don't know if it's unaware of Magic Guard, but it's gonna.
The right play, yeah.
I was gonna say he didn't have another option. I don't think.
But like, I just thought if he let this go, then Iron Boulder was gonna be an even bigger issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just, I mean, he has to sack something, right?
I just don't see what he does against Scarf Boulder if he lets it go. But he U-turned anyway, so.
But well, I don't know. I feel like Mola still gets fucked up by it though, Renault. Warpig out here making the prediction that he's gonna flip.
Well, if it's not banded, it's not like 2-coing, I don't think. And if he gets a burn with Scald, then.
Okay, discharge comes, does. Oh, and gets the para. Man, he kind of, not gonna lie, Backwards kind of got lucky in this game. He parried 2 different mons.
Yeah, but then discharge has a high chance to para.
Well, high enough, yeah. Okay, there's the Terrifier. Okay, Blaziken's now a problem. Okay. Well, that works, I guess. See his ass. Bye-bye, treadmill.
Be right back 1 second.
Fucking what? Alright, motherfucker's back. Quick Attack was pretty good, I think.
Yeah, that was fire. So I guess that throws away the Scarf theory, hey?
Does it? No, it doesn't. Why would it do that?
No, like, I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to be Quick Attack and
Well,
and Scarf.
Blaziken has multiple speed boosts and can't, like, yeah, if, like, what? You, like, sure, you can outspeed +1, but you can't outspeed +2.
I mean, I guess it just depends on how many moves he needed, and I guess he didn't need much.
Well, yeah, I mean, he needs Mighty Cleave. Name another move he needs.
Yeah, no, then I guess it doesn't then.
I was say, I think he is Scarf. I mean, you could run SD on this, but even then, Mighty Cleave, Quick Attack, SD.
Oh, wait, no, I remember what happened here. Bloody Bacchus made that bluff.
Yeah, he made the fucking bluff. I was about to bring that up. Fucking, shit. And then fucking Bacchus, LMAO, chat bluff, wow. Rough 50-50, yeah, GG.
I swear you've done that once.
I have, yeah. I have indeed.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think I did it in our game as well, actually. Did I? I don't remember. No, but there was the point where we both thought we lost and we were both confused. Look, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Anyway, so he's gonna swap out because yeah, he's 100% Scarf. Fucking Body Press, no boost Corviknight's funny as hell. Hurricane doesn't do shit. Body Press doesn't do shit.
At this point, I don't see why you don't discharge. Doesn't it just kill everything?
Well, that's what he
With-
did. He discharged afterwards. I don't know why he didn't in
Yeah,
the first place.
and
I don't even know why he hurricaned the Clefable.
Yeah.
You're just asking for a
like,
miss.
discharge just killed everything. What was the point of that hurricane?
I don't know, Chief. He did it twice. Like, is he? It's like he's asking to lose.
Yeah. No. Pretty good game. I think once Iron not Iron fucking
Ting.
Ting Lu got low and Alola we found out it wasn't Rocky Helmet early on. I thought Iron Boulder just looked better and better as
Yeah.
the game went on. And
Iron
he
Boulder
used
just had a fantastic matchup, really.
it did. Especially against Blaziken because like its thing is to protect and get its speed boost and then SD, but then it shuts it down with Mighty Cleave because it goes through protect.
I
so-
also think he might have had an upper hand as well, which could have won him the game.
Did he?
Well, he said rough 50-50. What other 50-50? Like, this is when the quick attack happened. What other 50-50 could he be talking about?
No. I remember this being spoken about in spoilers. He thought that Bacchus was gonna Mighty Cleave and he stayed in. I think that's what the 50-50 was.
Right, okay.
So he kind of just had to play on the fact that he didn't have quick attack. I could be wrong though.
Yeah,
but
but well...
It wasn't upper hand.
Okay.
I don't think.
I don't know. I could see him doing it again. Though it would have been a lot riskier this time, true.
I think extreme speed Dragonite's a lot more obvious than.
That's what I mean. It would have been a lot riskier this time, for sure.
Yeah. Either way, good game to Bacchus. He
Yeah.
played well. He won his second game of the season.
Yeah, won his second game as well as toppled the king himself, Mr. Warpig. Man, it was actually funny. Me and him at the start of the last video, or maybe it was before we started recording. Anyway, he asked like what week we were doing, and we had a little joke about the fact that we're doing week 7, and because he thought I was gonna bring him on for week 8, which I did really consider doing. I thought it'd be really funny to get him on for the 1 week he failed. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But I
Yeah.
didn't. I decided to be nice, and also
would've
your
been
9 game was more interesting.
I would have been interested in his commentary for sure.
Yeah, I hope he like replies in some way. I know he's been busy. Anywho, let's get this moving on a little bit. Up next, we have Lord Aiden, also known as Hellfire Houndom, going up against YouTube Lance, just Lance really. Seattle Supersonics.
I remember this game kinda well, actually.
I don't remember it at all. I'm not gonna lie. All of Aiden's games have been purged from my memory. Anyway, Terra Water Pond makes sense. Yup. Terra Ghost Chi Yu is a little bit interesting, I think, but actually he has one switch in for that really. Maybe 2.
Ghost is just typically very good on most things.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. He's got Crook as a check, but that's kind of it. Except maybe Spadef Sylveon could check that, but it's pretty bulky. Maybe doesn't even need that Spadef. I don't know. But like if either get low, it could definitely just win. Anywho, leading. Oh, that's banded immediately. Okay, Willow is actually kind of cool from Aiden. I feel like even at this point, he's just gonna keep extreme speeding till he dies. Or not, okay. Gets Reflect up, be annoying, got it. Iron Head does sweet fuck all. That was actually a good switch. Good job, Aiden. I'm very proud.
I was a little bit worried about like Thunder Wave or something, or like Body Slam.
Yeah, that's a very fair worry. Fucking Brick Break gets rid of the Reflect already. And Ivy Cudgel at +2 just fucking bonks shit to death. I love it, dude. Why? Wait, never mind. Extreme Speed is why. Sorry, I had a momentary lapse in existence. Rachi's a very easy switch in here. You do get free knockoff though. It's nice. Or Scale Shot. Okay. We like the Scale Shot. Maybe. Depends what kind of shit he has.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Well, sorry, Aiden.
Yeah, that was miserable.
I love both of us in chat. No! Rip. F. Sorry, Aiden. There goes your hopes and dreams. Bonk Batman. He doesn't
I
die.
thought he was
You die.
-1 that. Oh wait, no, he wasn't -1 at the time. Never mind.
He was -1. Like,
No, like when he No, like before when he missed the gunk shot.
oh no, it wasn't
Yeah.
-1 here.
Did gunk shot kill? I remember Lance talking about him being like max defense or something. So I'm not sure.
I'll run a calc real quick. Hold up. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much that mattered because that was max attack adamant crook, I think.
Makes sense.
It was actually weakness policy, but I was trying to talk Aiden into like doing something else because I just thought this was more of like a flex set than anything else.
So okay, so it's 77% health. It is a roll. It's 75% chance to OHKO with max HP, max defense. But if it's also got a plus spit F nature, it's a 18% chance to kill.
Right.
Yup.
I mean, the damage would have been nice. 'Cause
Well, yeah, it would
meant-
have left it on,
Yeah,
practically
it would have
nothing.
put it in range for Ogerpon to kill for sure.
Well, it would have put it in range for anything to kill it. Yes.
Yeah.
As
So
opposed to what happens here, where he dies, then fails to kill it with the Ogerpon, and then
I
loses
do
another
think
one.
you should have used Infernape here to kill this Lilligant instead of wasting Ogerpon like that.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Like, Infernape was just a sack lead more than anything, so I don't
Yeah.
know why he left it.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that. And Infinite also doesn't really match up well here, I don't feel. I mean, like, it's okay. Actually, wait. It's actually pretty good. I mean, Rachi, Lilligant, Lycanroc. I mean, pre-Terra Chi-Yu also doesn't like getting CC'd in the face. Iron Hands is low. Low-key, actually, depending on the Inferno set, it could actually kind of just win for this game from
Yeah,
here.
but Ogerpon is just inherently better. Especially with Terra. It's just kind of something you don't want to waste.
True. What is it with you guys and fucking... Why have you got so much, screens?
I have no idea. This is where I could not understand that turn. I could not understand it. You were at 4 HP, and you could just kill it. And you have enough HP to take on Chiu and win the game. And your screen is up. He knew it had Brick Break from earlier in the game. Ah, that turn pissed me off.
Yeah, and now this just wins. He's too low. Oh, actually, okay. He took... Why would you reflect? I mean...
That was... Yeah.
You're losing this game anyway, but why would you reflect there, attack it, or, like, light screen maybe, but, like, just just attack it? What are you doing?
He lost the minute he didn't kill hands with backs.
Yeah, you're right, but like, why would you ever reflect there? Why? Either attack it or use light screen at least, right? Why would you use reflect of all? What?
I mean, I don't think it mattered. I think maybe what was going through his head is we had like a Spidef Glow King set, I think. Wait, no, it was Fizdef because we had it to take on Iron Hands. Yeah, then I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't know, Chief. But like, I don't know, maybe Hyper Voice into fucking Flare Blitz killed it. I don't know, dude. Like, I still think you would have lost, but like, it's
Yeah, no, light screen kind of had to be the play. At least, like
either attack it or light screen. What the fuck are you reflecting for? Right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, I probably didn't even matter. Maybe, yeah, you're dead now. But like, maybe, like, Moonblast or Hyper
And he
Voice.
didn't, and another thing he could have done is, sent in Slowking first, swapped to Infernape for a generator, and then went back into it. Like, it didn't matter, but it's just these small things that I feel like he needs to kind of refine.
Yeah. And you're also very right about this here.
He still kept his light screen, right? What, and then he could, like, Dragon Dance on Chi-Yu or something, because it couldn't do anything behind screens.
To be fair, Lilligant just came in and stopped it anyway. But you could
Yeah,
just
but then in snow, is it really like doing that much, especially max defense? Like
true. Yeah, it's no
at max
it
health,
was no
too.
attack.
Yeah, max health. Yeah, it just won, I think.
Hold up, I want to do a damage calc. I mean, it's probably fucking balling.
Calc close combat plus Accelerock.
Okay,
And if those
that
don't
definitely
kill,
kills. I'm telling you now, that kills.
it does.
Yeah,
Well,
easily.
yeah, I mean, at least you're looking at like both Hands and Lilligant being gone. Like this could have been a much closer fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
Also,
It's
Lycanroc never even saw the fucking field, bro was chilling.
yeah, I mean he never needed it.
No, he did not. But yeah,
Yeah.
Accelerock alone from Jolly, which it probably wasn't. But like, Accelerock alone does 45 to 54. Then CC from, no attack Lilligant does 57 to 67. Like, it was guaranteed kill.
Yeah. I get it's in the snow, but it doesn't like
No,
have
these
that much.
calcs are using snow calcs.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. I guess I just thought Backs in the Snow was bulkier than it actually was, especially like considering that Lilligant wasn't like offensive. So, um, yeah, no, I don't know. I guess I just thought he could have played a lot differently. He definitely has like things to learn for sure. He could have kept Dogapon. He could have just killed hands. He could have like utilized Regenerate in the
I'm
end.
also now
Regenerate,
realizing this was a Scarf Chiyu.
yeah. But again, behind screens, that would have been very different.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
still has a lot to learn, Aiden. He played good in patches, but yeah,
A division is still far above his level.
I'd say so.
Yeah. Good luck in the next B season, though, Mr. Aiden. Moving on. We have actually, as Atletico Bewear going up against Ooga Booga, also known as Beyond, playing as Zigzagoon Goon Group.
You were about to say Zen Zigzagoons.
Yeah, it was. What can I say, alright? It's iconic.
Do not let bro steal my name.
Well, he already did steal your name. He's literally fucking Zigzagoon, and you're Ziggy. He already stole your name.
And made it worse.
Yeah, okay, fair. But his logo's funnier than yours.
Yes, that I'll give him.
Alright, let's see some Terras. We have Terra Water Gliscor, and he also changed his Floatzel to be his Terramon over Manaphy, making it also Terra Water. And on the flip side, we have Terra Fighting Zarude.
I swear, ever since he's picked Floatzel up, he's had like an obsession with Terra Floatzel.
He literally had Terra Floatzel for 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, like ever since he picked it up, he's always been like using it.
He literally had it for 2 games. And I think he only used it in 1.
Didn't he use it last week as well?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Well, don't spoil shit.
I don't know. How can you spoil last week?
Huh?
How can you spoil last week?
Because
week 7.
Hang on, it wasn't Terra last week in the videos. Aren't you talking about playoffs round 1?
No, not playoffs. I'm talking about week 7. Didn't you use it in week 7?
I don't think it had Terra in week 7. He used it in week 7 and it did very well, but I don't even think it was
That's what I mean,
Terra.
like,
I
yeah,
think he only
had.
Yeah, he used Floatzel week 7, but I don't think it was Terra. I think it only became Terra in week 8.
Right. He just changed it. Okay, gotcha. Anyway.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he only made it Terra in week 8. So it was only Terra for week 8 and playoffs. So this is literally the first week he's... Shut up, Ziggy. Yeah, leads Lapras and Cyclizar.
In general.
Reminder, Cyclizar's Shed Tail is banned. Bro U-turns out into Goldango. Gets Sparkling Ariad. Throat Spray, okay. What kind of Lapras set is this? Gets Thunder Wave.
I don't know. It surprised me in the box as well.
recovers. Sparkling Aria. Yeah, this ain't working out, Chief. What was this even for?
I have no idea. I guess
Okay, he swaps
just
on
thought-
the recover.
I guess he just thought there was no resist.
There's a Mungus, but he gets ice beamed.
That's what I mean. Like
there's
between the two,
Floatzel.
freeze dry.
True. But well, you don't need a resist when you're just bulkier than his damage output. Okay, but he has wasted quite a few of these recovers now, which is kind of nice. Liquidation Garchomp is also fire as hell. Why does Garchomp get Liquidation anyway?
I have no idea, but I don't mind it.
I guess it's not prevalent enough to really be like an issue, but like it's just an odd thing that's nice. Helmet damage is nice. Metagross coming in. Ooga Booga Man predicting and swapping to Gliscor, forcing him to switch back out into the Freerun Terrapagos boy. Protect failing, getting more health back. Swaps out to Goldango. Does he eat an Earth Power? Oh, he Calm Minds. Okay. EP or DP are gonna hurt. Yup, there's 58% off Earth Power. Thunder Wave, critically nerfing Freerun's ability to exist. And gets paralyzed first turn, unfortunately. Flash Cannon gets reduced by Terra Shell. He Calm Minds once again, though. Flash Cannon immediately dropping and getting powered. Okay. We see how it is, Mr. Goldango. Earth Power doing 80%, though. Fucking beautiful. Flash Cannon bringing it down and then killing Goldango fucking finally.
Huge from him.
Yeah, I mean, he got pretty unlucky. Like, if he got luckier, it would have died like 3 turns before, and Terrapagos have not died to that earthquake. But I guess what can you do? The Demon King coming in here and subbing on the Switch.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh boy, we got another... Clear Smug is cool tech, except it doesn't go through sub.
You know what actually told me in the mocks?
What's that?
Specifically prep against this set. And I was red card Amoongus. And the reason he said specifically prep against this set is because back in week 2, that's what Albie didn't do. Or sorry, what he didn't do against Albie.
He thought he would learn his lesson, but he didn't.
Yeah. No, he...
Anyway, yeah, so this is how this game ends. He just fucking sweeps, if you can't tell. I believe anyway. I'm not 100%. I fucking hate that Beyond does this, though. Just fucking don't, please. This is the second time he's literally just let his opponent set up. Say, Mr. Demon King here is almost dead, however. Drain Punch giving its health back is pretty nice. Mr. Giga Drain doing sweet fuck all. Alright, we're gonna speed shit up. Cause from here, okay, he kills a Giga Drain. He subs again. Giga Drain still doing nothing. Drain Punch kills a Mungus. He's above 50. And Wave Crash does nothing, dies. Cycloza comes in. Draco's does nothing, dies. Terrakion comes in. Close Combats dies. And Gliscor comes in and dies. So, okay, this is the second time Beyond has done this, where he just allows his opponent to sub and bulk up. So, let me... as Ziggy loves to remind me, I'm worse than all of these players. But I can recognize patterns and I can see flaws, so shut the fuck up. If someone is going to be bulk up on you, what do? Do you A, swap to something that can at least break the sub in one hit, that way it doesn't allow him to get a bulk up off, or do you stay in and continue to do sweet fuck all until he sweeps you? What do you think is the smarter option, kids? That's right, kids, you swap to something that can break it in one hit. If you have to sack your Floatzel to break the sub, you then get to go into fucking, I don't know what, anything. There's Cyclozar here and Draco it That way, how much did the Draco do later on in the game? Draco did 63%. Great. You just did 63% and it's only at +1. It is not, however, at +4 or whatever the fuck it gets to. So this, kids, is why you don't just let them set up in front of you until they win the game. I'm sorry, Beyond,
Yeah.
but this is the second time you've done
like,
this.
He didn't have a lot else. Like, even if he swapped to something else, the game was kind of already over at that point.
Yeah, probably. But he has to try. He has to break the sub before it gets to +infinite. He has to do as much damage before it gets to +infinite. Because, I mean, what? Okay, look at it this way, right? Sure, okay, now it's +1, and it's got, and it's behind a sub. Swap to Floatzel, break the sub, then it'll probably be at +2, right? Then Draco, who his ass with Cyclizar, while he doesn't have a sub, that'll do 68%. Then he'll either sub again, or the sub might even fail, depending on what he's at the exact moment in time. If the sub fails, you kind of just win. You just Draco it again for another 30% and he's dead, right?
You look at his entire team, they're all physical attackers. And I reckon Terrakion and
Well, Psyche is kind of mixed, but yeah, anyway, go on.
Yeah, I was about to say, because Terrakion and Cyclizar, they both died to like Drain Punch, right?
Sure.
Because they're both weak. Gliscor can't break.
Terrak will not die to 1+1 Drain Punch. I mean, it is terrifying. Maybe it would. I don't know. It'd probably depend on the Terrakion itself, but either way, look, I'm just saying he has to. It might not have mattered. He might have lost anyway, whether it be to the sweep or to the cleanup of the rest of his team. He probably lost this anyway. But you have to at least try, right? Because what else are you going to do? You're literally, all he's doing here by spamming Giga Drain is allowing him to set up in front of him.
Yeah, look, see, looking at it in hindsight, he probably should have done something, but I don't think it mattered really. He probably could have gone like Floatzel and Wave Crash earlier.
But that's all I'm saying. He needed to do it while it was at +1. Because right here, right, you see its sub. What do you think a Zarude that's going to substitute is going to do? Do you think it's going to Swords Dance or Bulk Up or Trailblaze? Yes, 100%. Why else would it have done that? You immediately swap to Floatzel or whoever the fuck you want to break the sub. I just feel like Floatzel is probably the most disposable member here, and it's what he did later on. That's why I keep saying it. But it doesn't really matter what you go to. On the
I
on
agree
the Bulk Up, you fucking break it.
I'm just saying, like, it didn't really matter.
No, yeah, I don't know how much it mattered. Probably not. But you have to at least try. Because look at it this way. That fucking Draco from Cyclizar, that might have crit it and might have won the game. Well, not won the game, but might have killed it. But look, now you've lost your Moongas, you've lost your Floatzel, and you still have to deal with a whole fucking team. Like, you have to try these things, you know?
If Draco crit was going to kill it at +1, it would have killed it at +4 as well. So, like,
Sure, but you'd rather try it before your entire team is dead.
Probably. Either way, I just don't think.
It probably didn't matter. You're right, but he had a better chance of winning if he had done
it. Is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, probably. But I mean,
second time it's happened.
Look, I do agree with you that it probably didn't matter. This set is just very good and very hard to deal with. But you need to try something. You can't just stay there Giga Draining forever. That's gonna do nothing but allow him to set up, you know?
Yes, probably.
That's all I'm saying. Especially because this is the second time it happened, you know? Anyway, good game, boys. Good job, actually. Yeah. Okay, cool. Next up, you have SDL Chris, also just Chris for short, because, yes, that's his name. He plays as Helsinki Hydreigon, going up against Slippy Slurpy, also known as Sean, playing as Galactic Greninja. Now, I don't see a Bronzong or a Tink. I see a Giant Hammer and a Dondozo. What do you think?
I just noticed that it's covering Bronzong completely.
Yeah, this is my new favorite bit. Ever since they gave it its 3D model, Its hammer's just so big. It always covers a Pokemon. I love it.
Yeah, no, that's hilarious. Yeah, look, I remember this game.
I do not.
And I'm not gonna say anything.
Fair enough. All right, so we've got Terra Steel and Namorous Therian, as well as Terra Electric. Wait, no, this is not Terra Shiny Sucks. Fuck. Terra Water Espathra. There we go. I found it. I think this is legit the only time he brings Sadie Shocks all season. I'm not gonna lie. Anywho.
Yeah, no, I'd say so. He didn't bring it a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like you with Lando. You just kind of didn't bring it much.
Probably should have brought it more, honestly.
See, you're subconsciously admitting that he's mid as fuck.
Not really. Every
He's
time
mid
it
as
came-
fuck. Cope. I don't like him. Gray doesn't like him. Lance doesn't like him. You suck. Goodbye.
Every time it came, it did stuff.
It got 3 kills all season. It was actually one of your worst Pokemon.
Yeah, because it didn't have much game time.
It got 3 kills in 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
It came
Can't sweep
66th.
anymore without- Can't sweep anymore without rock polish.
Sure it can. It's called Scarf. Anyway.
Yes.
Fuck that guy aside. Palafin swaps out, predicting electric move. He spikes instead because fuck your Hippowdon. Espathra immediately comes in a bit early, but I'm here for it. It is leftovers. I'm assuming it's a Carmine variant. Terra Water. Nope, it's Lumina Crash. Alright. Lumina Crash is cool. I prefer the Carmine variant myself. It's going to kill next turn. Body Slam does nothing, to be honest. That actually... Why is this Snorlax so weak? What the fuck? Anyway, that's a dead Snorlax. Get fucked. Oh my god, it lived on 5. Never mind. Holy shit. And he rests. Okay, well... Okay, Resto Chesto. Snorlax is here to be a bitch. How much does that do now? Like, 50s-ish? Okay, now it's Calm Minding. Don't get paralyzed. Risky. Okay, Roost. Don't get paralyzed. Otherwise, Espathra becomes useless, basically. Okay, Roosting again.
If you get enough speed, it doesn't really matter a whole lot.
I mean, more so that it's frail enough that...
it can skip your turn, yeah.
Yeah. But yes, at +6, its speed is irrelevant, yes. Okay, I have a weird feeling Lumina Crash into Terra Water Blast kills Hippowdon. Earthquake also not doing enough. I have a feeling this is really defense invested. Damn, that actually did a lot more than I thought it would. Roosts up again. Earthquakes. Okay, Sean's kind of just doing Sean things here, really. How much PP does he have left? He's got 3 left. He's starting to run out there a little bit. Okay, well, you are out of Earthquake kill range. Okay, Excadrill comes in. Does he Terra Blast? No, he Roosts. You've got to be scared of the Excadrill, but I also don't think it'll OHKO you based on how much other things have done. Lumina Crash will kill next turn if it's the same roll. Earthquake does a lot of damage. It is Life Orb. You're definitely dead
Why
now.
do you wait that long to go to Excadrill?
I don't know. And now it's dead. And Enamorus is here. Okay, now he finally swaps out this goddamn Espathra into Tink, who's just going to eat Enamorus alive because I think it lost Mystical Fire. Terra Steel, Encore, nice. Yeah, well now this is fodder as hell. Okay, bye. And Hippowdon's dead, and it doesn't get its stand up either. Welcome back, Palafin, now in its hero form.
And not Dondozo, Sinistra.
Okay, it's Rocky Helmet, Sinistra. Okay, Dondo is, I guess, the Enamorous switch this time. Oh, it does. I thought it lost Mystical Fire. My bad. Alright, I guess not then.
Unless Hydreigon can break something, this game's already over.
Yeah, I was gonna say I mean it's dies to Spike Snorlax, Tink not Tink, Hydreigon which gets walled by Tink, Enamorus that gets destroyed by Tink, and Palafin that gets destroyed by Sinistcha and Dondozo. This game's over. This is gonna be a 6-0. Fucking eats that shit. Machigacha his ass right now. Also, this is fucking Boots Enamorus. Okay, he's calm minding. Body press, not really doing a lot. Goes back to Tink.
Unaware.
Yeah, Draining Kiss does not a lot. And now you're locked into it. Prepare to be knocked off.
Can we speed this bit up?
Yeah, I was gonna say, this game's already hella over. Yep, this is just a stall fest. No one's doing anything to each other. Draining Kiss plus Gigaton just don't do enough damage. I mean, Enamorus does look like it's going to eventually win, even with Encore locking it in.
It's gonna run out of PP.
I guess. Not before Tink's Gigatons do, though. Or maybe at the same time. 5 and 5. Yeah, they actually run out at the same time. But Tinkaton will actually be dead before that, I think. This is... What is this fucking fight, bro? Swap out.
That's why up.
Okay, now he swaps out. He wants to keep that 6-0, you know? Again, this is Unaware. He don't give a fuck. Do you want to... Can you just, like... Okay, Earth Power for
Sean
nothing.
will do all of this, and he will say, Chris played really well in the end.
Probably.
GG's.
Honestly, I don't think Chris did well at all. But
that's what I wanted to say at the start, but I didn't want to spoil it. Is Chris looked like he was just going through the motions in this game.
Not that I really blame him for that either.
I don't either, but like
it just sucks to see, really.
Yeah.
Makes for a really uninteresting game as well.
I just think Chris is just over this season, over the schedule that he got, and
yeah,
overall just over this battle.
Yeah,
I mean, when you get
really fucked up.
When you get stalled 60 turns by Sean, it's never fun.
No, it is not. Yeah, that's the end of that.
Well played.
Chris didn't even reply. He just fucking left. Honestly, I don't blame him.
Mm.
I don't really have any notes. Chris did not play well, as we kind of said a little bit throughout that. Like, why didn't he do certain things? But really,
it didn't really feel like he tried to make any plays that game or made any attempts in prep to kind of break his team.
No,
not that it's always easy, but
yeah, I don't really blame him, but yeah, it's clear to me that his heart wasn't in the game, which is kind of fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I definitely feel like he could have done stuff like when he was constantly earthquaking the Esparthra, like he could have gone to Escadrille sooner because that looked like Earthquake killed if he was at less HP.
Yeah.
Which could have changed the game because he would have kept Escadrille.
And also just the fact that like Esparthra is basically his only offensive mon here, which could have made it a lot harder to
it would have been a closer game because it would have forced Sean to have to play a bit differently.
Yeah. Oh well. What can you do, I guess? Let's move on. I got no notes really. Up next we have All-Star Caliber, also known as Nick, as playing as I Got Your Nosepass, going up against Biggest Magias, also known as Albie, playing as Big Arm Boys.
What Terra is the odds normal?
Yeah, Terra normal Arcanine, and that's it. Oh, actually no, wait. I think Terra Fairy Iron Crown is his other one as well. Going up against Terra Dark Urshifu. Interesting.
I don't remember this game.
What's that?
I don't remember this game.
I only remember a single turn from this game.
Fair enough.
I wonder how much Terra Dark Wicked Blow does to this Screamtail right here. Well, we won't find out, I guess, by into Thunder Wave on his ground type. Toxics makes sense. Into the Great Tusk to get Toxic Spikes up. Knocks off the Clod. Toxics, nice. Alright, he's I'm rooting for the guy with the bug type. Makes sense. He spins away the Toxic Spikes, makes sense. I like that in the last 2 weeks, Nick just makes his team's meme songs. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right round, right round. I'm assuming that's the rest of his team name, but you know. And last battle, his team was a fucking Rickroll. Never gonna give you up. Anyway, Hydro Pump this Clod, please. He didn't do it. He was a coward.
Did he know it was unaware yet? Or...
I don't even know what it is. I just wanted him to do it. This is the turn I remember. Watch this shit. Fucking Focus Sash Metal Burst. Fuck your Urshifu.
Oh, I remember that play.
Yeah, that's the only play I remember from this game. Better counter. Yes, Nick. Yes, not Nick. Yes, Derek. It's better counter. Yeah, Sash Metal Burst was pretty cool
damage,
tech.
Not double.
Huh?
It's only 50% more damage, not double.
Yeah, but it's both physical and special.
Yeah, it does both, yeah.
But also, I feel like you very rarely need double damage. 1.5 usually will suffice, I feel.
Depends on the damage.
True, but, you know, especially in this case where it's Sash from a Terra Dark Wicked Blow, you know, it got the job done. Wash Tom coming in to scope out the Clodsire. Never mind, it got burnt. More Toxic Spikes going up. At this point, is there even that much? I mean, he's got 2 mons already toxic plus Levitate. Nice Headlong Rush into flying type, sorry. Get Air Slashed. You die now, don't you? Yup, bide Great Tusk. Honestly, I feel like Nick with this after he got rid of Urshifu Dark, he's like, yup, that's my job done. I win. Goodbye.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Terra Normal boy here coming in. That does not do enough.
For extreme speed.
Well, what else would it be if it's Terra Normal? What do you mean? You figured?
Yeah, I'm like, but that's the thing. Like the minute I saw it, I just thought like, yeah, he's banned at extreme speed immediately.
He made the double. Mean look. Okay, Toxics again. Perish Song. I feel like he just he knew couldn't win this game, so he just decided to make a bunch of funny, annoying shit. Honestly, why are you even recovering? What you can't touch this, can you?
Wasn't playoffs on the line in this game?
Yes. Yes, they were.
Yeah, I don't know why he'd make like meme sets then.
I mean, it's not really meme sets.
Yeah, I was about to say that felt like a good set that he meant to make, you know.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like he's okay. Bye. That's a Specs Greninja, kids. Double Edge fucking hurts shit. Not this Mandibles though. This Mandibles just kind of eats everything. Okay, Light Screen is actually kind of nice. Burns the Slowking.
Is that just to stop Lefty's recovery or something?
I guess so. I like how Will-O-Wisp and Scald happen and they both hit. Does this thing just not have any moves? What is this set? Light Screen, Willow. Surely you have Hydro Pump and Volt Switch or something, right? Okay, you have Pain Split. I don't think he has moves. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he has moves. And I think Ink Albi's noticed that. Okay, that hurts, but he's fine. Okay, it does have Volt Switch. I'm taking this as probably in range for Extreme Speed now. Well, Mandibuzz still fucking isn't, but Head Smash makes it that it doesn't fucking care. Good job. You are about to die, however. So, why did you not at least Extreme Speed?
He has banded.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. Missing Stone Edge would go crazy. Too bad he just Earthquaked instead. Sorry, Nick, for all your hopes and dreams. This is actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. Okay, Volt Switch crit. That actually, I guarantee that fucking mattered.
Yeah, there's no way that didn't.
But Greninja still cleans this shit up by... Okay, yeah, now you die. Alright, GG's. Not gonna lie, that was closer than I thought it would be. I mean, the crit definitely mattered. There's no way it didn't. I will also say I really liked the Iron Crown and Miss Magius sets.
Yeah, I just don't think once no, I mean I just don't think he had a lot for Greninja, to be honest. Like
Yeah, he definitely didn't have a good matchup between Greninja and Urshifu. What the fuck?
then
Was he
again,
meant
how
to do?
can there is really isn't much that can take Greninja. Like any bulky fairy that resists it just gets skunk shotted. Like I don't know. I feel like that's where Greninja's value comes from. Is anything it does is stab, and it just has so many good
Well, that's the
sets.
thing. Not everything it does is stab anymore. You only get one stab.
Yeah, no, but I mean like when you use it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you're choice locked, it doesn't matter because like you're only using that move until you swap anyway.
True.
So yeah. Either way, well played by Albion on his last game. I'm honestly expecting a lot from him next season because I feel like he's up there with like at least beyond in terms of just how good he can be, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I still find it really difficult to quantify any of the new guys properly, except for Warpig. Warpig is very clearly very good. It's like I'm not to say these new guys, the other new guys aren't good. They clearly are, but I can't. I don't feel like I have a good like
It's
rating
too
in my
early to
head.
tell. But just in general, I liked from like what I've been seeing from Albi.
Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of just how he's playing.
Yeah, fair. Oh well. Let's move on. So here we're actually gonna be skipping mine and Ziggy's game. We're gonna get to that in the end. Normally it would go here though, cause you know I like to do these in order. Not this time though, bitches. What is the chat here? Hang on, we'll do the chat in a minute. We have Terra Steel, Tornadus, Therian, and we have Terra, Stella, Enamorous. I wonder if he remembered Contrary this time, guys. Let's find out. Okay, nothing cool in chat. Alright. Leading fucking Gouging Fire feels crazy, right?
Yeah, it's very uncanny of him. I don't really understand what he expected
I would
to do.
assume he expected Meowscarada lead, and so he was like, if I can just bonk this immediately. Because to be fair, what is Gray's switch in to like banded fucking fire move? Like Blastoise will take 2 probably, but it definitely won't take 3.
I think you're underestimating Blastoise a lot.
I think you're underestimating Gouging Fire.
Are you saying fire move?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely takes more than 3.
I think it
At
gets
max
3 code.
defense.
I think a banded gets it 3 code. What even is its fire move? Just like Flare Blitz? Okay, so apparently, hang on, this is not max attack. Max attack Jolly. So max attack Jolly, Flare Blitz, and Heat Crash do 53.1% max with 45% min. Okay, this is a no bulk Blastoise. Okay, hold up. Okay, so to max bulk Blastoise, is still a guaranteed 3-co. Fuck you. Check this calc, bitch.
Yeah, be right back 1 second. Just getting dinner.
Motherfucker. Anyway, yeah, check that calc I just sent you, loser. Fucking max bulk Blastoise compared to banded Gouging Fire is a guaranteed 3-hit KO. Fuck you. Like I said it would, bitch. Wait a
Fair
minute.
enough.
Sorry, actually no, it's a 16% chance to 3-ko. The calc was already pre-damaged. Whatever. It's whatever. Anyway, yeah. But the point is, gouging fire hurts. Also, maybe just Dragon Dancing turn 1 isn't bad. I don't know. For specifically a Masquerade Elite, I don't know. I like his name is Toucanon. Okay, yeah, he did DD immediately. Dragon Claw, 46, Rocky Helmet. Okay, yeah, this is definitely max bulk. Hold up. Let me
Oh, fuck me.
Dragon Claw. Yeah, this is like max. This is yeah, and that was also a mid. Hold up. Gouging fire. Wait, no, hang on. This is choice band. No wonder it's not doing anything. Wait, hold up. I think it's. Yeah, okay, so that was adamant and max attack to max bulk. And that was actually a high roll, funnily enough. Anywho, Azelf's here to do things. Okay, it's there to set bolt, raging bolt, not raging bolt. What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm having an aneurysm. It's there to power up Rage Fist from an Annihilate. There we go. I got my sentence out. We exist.
Annihilate's been huge for Grey this season.
Absolutely, it's a fucking beast, man. I really fucking wanted it. Bastard took it from me. Oh, I got paralyzed. That sucks. Oh, buddy's dead. Fuck you, Blastoise. Alright, go. I believe in gouging fire. Never mind, he's dead. that was immediate. Fucking A, that's what I'm talking about with a fire blast. That crit didn't actually matter though. It was a guaranteed 2-ko anyway. Okay, bye Azelf. Man, this is kind of going death for death. Diancie coming in. Moonblast is kind of going to hurt some shit. I mean, actually, Toxapex will eat that. Not Toxapex, Toxtricity.
I don't remember exactly how this game played out, but I remembered it was, like, very close.
I don't remember anything about this game, I'm not going to lie. Damn, he ate that shit. Good job. Alright, bye, Robin Roller. What even is this name? Madre des Nuts. Is this literally D's fucking nuts in like French or something? That's the only thing I can think of, right? Like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Alright, he's got the Rage Candy Bar. Diancie coming in. Diancie's getting low, though. Yeah, he can't really eat. He can't eat another one of those. He's dead. Well, good job, Diancie. You did the Lord's work. Rage Fist fucking hurts. And he misses Bleak Wind. He's doomed. GG. That's the end. It's the end of the world as we know it. Yeah, I fucking... It sucks when your game ends. Oh, wait, hold up. Damn, he lived that shit, yeah. Yeah, it sucks when your game ends because of a Bleak Wind Storm Mists, huh?
It's not as if he was using Hurricane either, so he considered accuracy. Or took it into it.
Damn, low-key, if that Bleak Wind Storm didn't miss, he actually might have won this. Like, hold up. So...
What Terra was, Stella.
Yeah, it was Terra Stella, which means defensively it doesn't change. I don't know if Bleak Wind Storm would have killed here. But regardless of whether it did or... Hang on, let me... hang on. I'm going to use that Gengar as a point and see if I can figure out what Annihilate's bulk is here. Actually, Annihilate must have had no bulk. What the fuck? Oh, no, it okay, this was a Specs Gengar. Had to have been. And I'm going to assume there's at least enough bulk to live. How much did that... It did 85%. Okay, yeah, so this is Max Spadef HP Annihilate versus Specs Gengar. So then a Tornadus Therian. Bleak Wind Storm would have done 43 to 51. This is a no special. This is a no attack investment one though. If it is special attack investment, it could be even more, up to 62. So it definitely wasn't killing, but it left it in range of everything else. Also, hold up. I don't know if Kyurem outsped. I don't know what this Kyurem set was. Wait, I think did it outspeed Masquerada earlier?
It was Scarf, but he was Scarf Annihilate. That's why he struggled.
Yeah. So Bleak Wind hits. He takes like 50. I then feel like he should sack Torn, then go into either of. Well, actually no. Wait, it can't be Scarf because Gengar outsped it. Didn't it? Yeah, Gengar outsped it. It's not Scarf.
Maybe he's Gengar's Scarf too.
No, it has to be Specs. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm pretty sure both his Gengar and Kyurem were Scarf.
But then the Gengar couldn't have done so much damage if it was Scarf.
I mean, it depends on the Annihilate. If it's offensive, then definitely. And it probably was, because he was Scarf himself. Great.
Dude, literally, timid max attack Gengar with a Choice Scarf doesn't do that amount of damage to no bulk Annihilate. 85. Actually, sorry, there is the max roll from 252 special attack Gengar to no bulk Annihilate. The max roll does that much damage.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know if Gray would have prepped too hard for this game since he was already guaranteed anyway.
True. I don't know. Look, it was interesting game. That Bleak Wind miss might have mattered. I don't know, and I can't be able to figure it out anymore.
I think Zeus needs another season for us to really know where he's at in comparison to the rest of the A division, because I feel like he has been good in patches.
I mean,
got unlucky in a few of his games.
Yeah, Zeus, like I said before, Zeus is another person that I can't really figure out how good they are, to be honest. Like, I beat him. He beat Nick and Josh, though, which...
Probably should have beat me as well.
Yeah, he did beat you. You just simply hacked him. But at the same time, the last game you and him had, you absolutely dominated him, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know. He's still too up in the air. All these new guys outside of Warpig are too up in the air for my head. Anyway, moving on to mine and Ziggy's game. Here it is, folks. Will he go to A division? Well, sorry, not will he go to A division. Will he go to playoffs, or will I go to B division? Find out right now, folks. Hold up. Let's get our leads out. So, okay, people, I am Terra flying on my furry here. He's got paw hands. I don't know what else to call this, whatever this creature is. I guess Odin works. Anyway, he is then also Terra Poison on his Raging Bolt. Now, I will throw out, I actually wasn't opposed to Poison, but we were looking over shit. There were so many different Terra types that were really decent. They all had their own pros and cons, and we couldn't figure out which one you were gonna be. But I was glad you had one that was still ground weak, because Ursaluna was my check.
I was really contemplating Grass quite a bit.
Yeah, Grass would have actually been really nice, because then Thundurus could have killed it.
And it also meant that Toadstool's Spore wouldn't work.
Yeah, that was actually that actually was something we considered in why we swapped from Toadstool to Ursaluna. Trust me.
I was worried about that. Really
yeah, we made a lot of different variations on the team for this. I had like 6 different teams that I planned to get to against you, each having their own changes and shit.
Yeah, no, in the end, Poison just seemed like the most consistent, I guess.
Fair. Anywho, so I lead with my fairy just because you don't have a good lead against this. You either, unless you want to lead Bolt, which didn't make any sense, but like anything else, didn't like this, bro. So Thunderbolt, Skeledirge actually took a lot more than I thought it would. So I decided to Volt Switch out of there, send in the Weird Frog. Honestly, Weird Frog was a weird set. It was half designed just to get rocks up. But it did a good job in, like, it got the rocks up, and then it also chipped Skeledirge down enough that Furry could finish it off with Terra Blast. The thing that I learned in my mocks very quickly is that whenever Thundurus is here, you have to send in Darkrai, which is why I ended up deciding on a Max Pdef Samurott so that I could just switch it in basically freely. Rip the Red Fog. I don't know why he thought I had named it Weird Bear. It's not a weird bear. It's just a bear who fucks shit up. Hydreigon, on the other hand, is a weird looking frog. Hello?
I never perceived it as a frog.
What else would you call it?
Like a spider, maybe?
It's 4 legs.
Yeah, so is Metagross, but it's like a metal spider, you know what I mean?
I would not call Metagross a spider.
Then what would you call it?
Honestly, I don't even know what the fuck bro is. I think it's just a robot, is it not?
I don't know.
Heatran looks like a frog to me.
Give me spider vibes. I don't know why.
I don't know. To be fair, there's only one true spider Pokemon, and I hate it, so... Oh well. Anyway, as I was saying, you always were forced into Darkrai a lot earlier than I assumed you wanted to be, which is also why I really liked having rocks up. And if you did go with boots, you actually heavily neutered yourself, which was a good thing for me. It's one of those things, like I said in, I think it was my game with Zeus. If he wanted to, like I was really trying to plan around Specs or Scarf Kyurem, but if he wanted to do boots, he had to not be one of them, which made it better for me in the long run. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Anyways, I sent in my Hammerot, Hamu and Cheese. I liked that name. Good job. I think Davis. I really considered Ceaseless Edging, but the plan was always to knock off your Rocky Helmet switch in. I then went back into the Fairy, kind of expecting a Thunder Wave, but the spikes also made sense. Reflecting there, I don't get. Why did you reflect? Was it because you expected me to go to Ursaluna after you went to Raging Bolt here?
I can't even remember what my set was. I think the reason I reflected was because if at any point Ursaluna or Rillaboom did come out, I didn't want to like be. I guess I have like Wheezing there, but even with Wheezing, like Facade just does so much with a Flame Orb set.
True.
So I think that's why I reflected, just kind of to be safe against Ursa.
Yeah, I can see that. I remember even by this point in the game.
I didn't have Light Screen on this set. I think it was like.
Thank God for me, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think it was like P-Wave, Foul Play, Spikes Reflect or something. Or like Magnet Rise, or I don't remember.
Fair enough.
I think Magnet Rise might have been on here, but like the bear just never came in.
Yeah, the bear was designed specifically to only come in on the Raging Bolt.
Yeah. So I just know I didn't have Light Screen on this set, which is kind of why I figured a screen would have been more valuable than one extra spike.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so I killed the Klefki with my favorite Thunderous set of all time. Darkrai comes in. I once again go to Samurott, who doesn't not really like the spikes, but he copes. Now here, I didn't expect you to have a second Rocky Helmet dude, and also you're actually in range of Secret Sword, so I decided to go for the risk. I kind of realized in hindsight I should have knocked off again, however. If I knocked off here, the late game actually becomes very different and is in my favor different, but I guess we cope. I swap back out to Thunderous because I'm not scared of you in the slightest. You then send in Raging Bolt, which eats up my fucking Terra Blast. In hindsight, oh no, I did Volt Switch. I was gonna say I should have Volt Switched. Yeah, okay. I send in the Bear God. He is Guts, but he's not a standard Flame Orb set. Though between the Toxic Spikes and the regular Spikes, plus just being Dracoed immediately, we actually take way more damage than I intend to. So the Bear actually does nothing, which really sucks. You dropping the second Draco was actually a massive misplay, though, I think. But I assume you only had Dragon and Electric coverage.
Yes. Because I was Calm Mind, Draco, T-Bolt, and Thunderclap, I think.
You actually had Thunderclap? I'm so proud of you. Okay, yeah, you had no choice then.
I don't remember.
Fair enough.
That might have been the set.
Anywho. So now at this point, on one of the teams, we had or maybe not on one of the teams, but we had discussed bringing an Agility Nasty Plot set to this game. And if we did, we won the game right here, which I'm kind of salty that we didn't, but I didn't think it'd be dumb enough to allow me to set up in front of your Raging Bolt. I actually didn't set up because you still had Darkrai there, and there was no point to setting up when I'd have to switch out immediately. But if I had like the two setup moves, you just lost here. Or hell, even if I just had Agility, maybe I should have been Agility over Nasty Plot. But if I had Agility there, you were dead right here. Yeah. Anyway, Samurott comes back in. He now dies. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Dominatrix comes in to fuck with you. And here is where I think it gets funny. Oh, no, hang on. Is that the next bit? It's very close the whole time. One mistake can easily cost the game. Indeed, it's very tense. My heart is beating. I don't know about you, but I was having a fucking mini heart attack at this time.
Nah, at this point, I already thought I lost.
Damn. Well, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'd been having a heart attack about half the fucking end game, if not more. I think by, like, turn 8, I was having a heart attack.
I was convinced the whole time that your Dominatrix was Scarf.
See, we thought about Scarf because I didn't want Booster to, like, run out and not work. But the thing is, if I was Scarf and you were Scarf, you outsped, and it meant it didn't fucking matter what I did anyway. And especially at this point, it looked like you could have been Scarf because every time you've Ice Beamed once and then swapped out. Were you purposely baiting Scarf Darkrai?
No.
Interesting.
I just didn't stay in on Samurott.
I expected you to at least try and, like, Focus Blast it at some point, you know?
I didn't need to. Spike Chip.
I suppose. Though that wasn't really the case the first time. But yeah, fair enough. But yeah, so here, right, if I had knocked off previously, you would have been like 14% lower, so you would have been, what's that? You would have been at 72. 59, which meant this Moonblast, you would have then been at 30%, which actually meant you were in range of my Psyshock after this, which actually would have made a difference here. If I could have just killed you with Psyshock right now, that would have been brilliant for me. Instead, I had to switch out. The Strange Theme doesn't kill me, though. You then had to sack your Ogerpon. Or you had to sack something anyway. But then Darkrai once again comes in. I sack Rillaboom. I still was thinking you were Scarf. I figured out right here you were some kind of damage boosting, however.
Expert Belt.
Yeah, I didn't know what until after the game when you told me. But yeah, this is where you freak out. GG, you played well, I lose. Josh being confused, Nick telling everyone to shut up, and I'm like, huh? Because I hadn't read chat by this point. I was in like the calculator. I come back to see this. I'm like, yeah, wait, huh? I thought I lost. I thought when he said GG, you played well. I thought I didn't read this last message until like after I've said yeah. And he goes, no, shut up. And I'm like, what? Figure it out. I'm so confused. How is it we both think we fucking lost? Josh trying to, not Josh, fucking Nick trying to tell everyone to shut the fuck up, and it's borderline ghosting. It's not borderline ghosting that we're both saying we think we lose. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's on about. So
I guess we both just thought. I mean, what were you thinking?
I
Because
was
I just thought you were Scarf, and
that's the thing. I thought you were Scarf, and if you were Scarf, you killed me here. You won the game.
Fuck's sake, seriously? We're both idiots.
Well, you'd been baiting Scarf the whole game, unintentionally, with always using one move, then swapping out when you realized it wasn't very effective. You'd done that every single time. And at this point, Sludge Bomb won the game. It killed Rillaboom, it killed Iron Valiant, and it killed Thundurus. It's very okay to think I was dead there, I feel, no?
Yeah, but then next turn happens.
Yeah, so you're like just barely outside of range of my move, which is why I think I'm dead. But then I get the crit, and we just barely win due to that. Yeah.
Still not very happy about that.
I also love your stupid fucking Endure shit. Fuck off.
Yeah, that was what's it for the
Rillaboom.
Ursaluna.
Oh, Rillaboom, okay. Yeah, so I remember after cause this game was like this was probably one of my favorite games I've had in a long time, right? Not just because I won, but also just because we had a really good game. Like, this was super tense from start to finish, right?
Yeah, no, it was a good game. Probably one of our better ones, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This is definitely my favorite game in recent memory. So because I couldn't get it out of my head, I actually remember I randomly thought of like 3 other alternative ways I could have won this. Which I think I told you at different intervals. I'm pretty sure one of them was sacking. If I had sacked Thundurus to the Darkrai right here, I also would have won, I believe. If I sacked Thundurus and then gone into Iron Valiant, this the grass.
Wait, what difference would that have made though?
The grass healing is what puts you out of range to Iron Valiant.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So instead of the max roll was literally 53%, which in case you didn't notice, like, don't get me wrong, it was still a roll, right? But it was a win. And also, at this health, Iron Valiant still could have won against Weezing. But then there was also the other alternative, which also kind of won me the game, is if I let Thundurus go down, go into Rillaboom on the safe Grassy Glide, you kill me, and then I go into Valiant, the Vacuum Wave into Psyshock also kills.
How does that win you the game? I just go Rillaboom and take that Grassy Glide.
You go Rillaboom, do you? You mean Weezing?
Yeah, Weezing. Sorry, I go to Weezing.
I don't think. I mean, okay, I was at full health, right? Yes, full health. Do you really think a 40... Well, actually, you would have been lower. How much is Rock's damage? Like 16, 12%, something?
Yeah, 12.
12, yeah. So do you really think a 32% Weezing beats a 100% Rillaboom?
Not beats it, but definitely, like, takes one.
Yeah, you take one, you endure one.
No. I see what you're saying now, yeah.
Yeah, no, you take one, you endure for a second Rocky Helmet chip, and then you die to the third, and then you swap Darkrai back in, and I do a lot of chip to it, and then Valiant kills it, and I win.
Yeah, yeah, I get you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you definitely had better outs, but
yeah,
you know,
I didn't see it at the time. Also, as I said before, if I had remembered to knock off the Weezing with my Samurott rather than Sacred Swording, you would have died to Valiant's Psyshock on... you would have died to the Psyshock on this turn. On, like, turn 21, I would have attacked there instead of switching, and it would have killed you.
Yeah. No, look, you definitely could have made some better decisions, but then so could I.
Yeah.
I guess blasting in hindsight was worth more than just constantly ice beaming all the time.
Yeah.
Because what else were you ever gonna go to? I don't know. I feel like all season I've just been not using this team to its full potential.
I mean, in saying
Well,
that, Darkrai and Raging Bolt are both in the top 10 kill leaders.
I mean, I'd be disappointed if they weren't.
Looking at you, Iron Valiant. Look, no one can roast me harder than I can roast myself, alright?
God damn.
My Thundurus was my best Pokemon at 22nd, then Rillaboom 28th. Do we want to find out where my Iron Valiant is? The answer is no, we don't. It's 59th with 4 kills.
I was gonna say off the list.
Shut up. Fucking
Anyway.
my Heatran only got 1 kill. That's crazy.
Was a good game either way.
Yup. I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed I needed to get the crit to win, but I am also proud of the fact that it got close enough that one single crit kid could win the game.
Or like one better play.
Yeah, exactly right. One crit or one better play. Although in saying that, it was still a suboptimal game. There were other routes that I could have taken, as I said. There was another different win that I thought of as well, but I can't remember what it is anymore. I'd have to look through my messages, but I really can't be bothered to do that at the moment.
Neither.
But yeah.
I just feel like with you, I don't know what the fuck it is, but there's always that
Pressure.
one good win every season.
Oh, right. Well, see, that's the thing. I have moments of brilliance, but also, I also just put in a lot of effort into this game. This game here is probably the game I put the most effort into winning ever. Like, I
don't think it meant you go to B division though. Like, I think you were safe.
Yeah, I was. Mostly because of Chris, but I was.
Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like there's that one game, like against Sean in week 8, against Mez in week 8, like when he had that broken Dragapult team, you were the only one that beat him in the regular season.
There was also, even against Mez this season, it was only a 1-0. Me and him had a really good game again.
Yeah, and you beat Rick last season. Like you just always have that one win, and it either keeps you in the A division or it like just barely like makes your score better like it did this season.
Yeah. I will say I'm still slightly annoyed about the fucking you're gonna laugh at me for this, but the stupid misclick in week 3, because if I did that I would have been 12th, which would have made me feel better.
Top 8.
Huh?
And in contention for top 8.
Yeah, well, I mean, realistically, if I had not misclicked and I played a slight bit better against Mez, I actually could have made top 8, yeah.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't.
Indeed.
There's always that reason.
Yeah, look, the goal will always be top 10 for me. I know it's supposed to be top 8, but I just want to be able to make top 10 first, It's baby steps, top 10 before top 8, right?
I guess so.
Anywho, moving on to the final segmentary bullshit. As I said before, Josh got a forfeit loss. There was quite a few... Actually, was there even quite a few close games? I mean, ours and Gray's was close. Nick's was, kind of close, but I feel like Albie always had it, to be honest.
Yeah. Look, I think in Pick'ems I voted Albie anyway.
Well, of course you would.
I just think he's just better than...
Yeah, exactly. Of course he would.
Nick. And despite what the standings say, I think he's better than Nick.
Yeah, we'll get to the standings in just one moment. These three, I don't think anyone ever thought would be close games at all, and they really weren't. Who would have
actually, and Beyond could have gone.
Okay, yeah, it could have, in Pick'ems wise, it could have gone either way, but as soon as he subbed, the game was over.
Pretty much.
Which, yeah, he just had the correct prep and won straight up right when that happened, basically. And then, who would have thought?
Yeah, I voted Leafeon for the upset in that game.
I feel like you literally. Okay, shut up, Ziggy. You know, all right. I'm gonna you to everyone right here and now. You literally voted every player to beat Warpig. Literally, and I will quote you on this. Lance is gonna teach him a lesson. Lance did not teach him a lesson. Nobody taught him a lesson, and Leafeon just won because he had an incredible matchup. He did play well, to be fair as well. He did. I'm not gonna take that away from him. But you know damn well he had the ungodly good matchup.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I didn't look at the matchup in particular. I kind of just voted him because, like, I don't know. It wasn't like
You wanted him to lose. That's why you wanted.
yeah,
You wanted. Yeah.
well, it was more so. It was more so. I wanted Leafeon not to be in B as well. Like, because
I mean, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have gone to B anyway. His diff was too good. He couldn't have.
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it would have been bad for his morale, I guess. I didn't want him to think he was less of a player than he actually was.
Well, no. I
felt
okay.
sorry for him at our party. Like, he seemed very disappointed when he lost to Nick.
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone would be disappointed losing to Nick. Anywho, jokes aside, I mean, it's Bacchus is, how do I word this in a way that makes sense? Bacchus is a very, I'm going to say he's a time-based player in the way that if he has the time to give games a good amount of prep and effort, he will win most of the time. That we've seen him come third like 3 or 4 times in his like 7 or 8 seasons I think he's played. I don't think he's played in all of them. Maybe he has. But he's done well in a lot of them. But then when he's been busy with work or with life, like I remember there was a season where he was planning his wedding and he came like 13th or something because, you know, he has a life, you know? He just can't always focus on Pokemon. And on that week, specifically with Nick, he, like Monday, Tuesday, he was working. Wednesday, he was packing, and me and him did the video together. Thursday, he flew. Then Friday, he had, you know, like, Friday was like the day that, you know, a lot of us met up and stuff, right? So, and then I think he played on the Saturday, like, noonish. So, he just kind of didn't have a lot of time, which, I mean, is kind of the way it goes, right? I mean, that's, you know what? It's annoying to say, but I literally had the same excuse against Actually and Nick. I was just too busy. I couldn't dedicate the time required to win.
I feel like that's a big part of, you know, obviously why his seasons fall off as badly as they do. Because we know he has the ability to play well. Not all the time, obviously. I feel like, you know, players like Gray, Actually, Sean, and I guess as of recently Warpig and Beyond are all like better than him, but like
Yeah.
he can play if he really dedicate the
He
time.
can play to a top level if he has the time. And I don't know if he had more time this week or if he just won on the matchup. I don't know. I mean, his prep was good, but I also don't think he did anything earth-shattering, so I'm going to say it was more based on the matchup. Yeah, anyway, the whole crux of that argument, of that side tangent is he's a good player if he has time. So me saying that he won based on the matchup isn't saying he's shit. Or even if he did go to Beative, I would still... It's one of those things. I would still say he's better than me, right? It's like when Ty went to Beative. I still think Ty's better than me. It's just the fact that he had a bad season. And, well, that's just... Again, look at even Chris this season. He's better than I am. He's just had a fucked season, and there's not much he can do about it.
Fucked season, fucked schedule.
Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, right?
Good one. I like that line.
Kill yourself. Anyway, as Ziggy alluded to before, we have the schedule. Funnily enough, Sean did Sean things and managed to still come first seed.
As he does, yeah.
Yeah, just as he does, fucking pops out of the blue.
I find when he
Warpig.
I find when he comes first as well, he has a very high win rate in play like actually winning seasons. So I think Sean has a very good chance
Of
of
course he does. He always has a good chance.
yeah,
He is one of the most safest bets in any like. Who do you think will win? It's Sean is a very safe bet always.
yeah. It's just I feel like he just has the experience in playoffs. I feel like he has just the talent that, to just generally play the game. I don't think he makes a lot of mistakes.
No, absolutely.
It's he's just a well-oiled machine, I guess. It's just,
Bro is a fucking machine.
yeah. He's just very good.
Yeah, he's
That's just
good. He
no
knows
other
what he's
way
doing, and he makes
to
it
describe
work always.
And the same can be said for Warpig as well. Honestly, I feel like he's a lot like Sean when he plays Store, and yeah, I feel like I don't remember who said this. I think it was Gray.
Probably.
He used Jolteon very
Oh
well this
yes,
season.
that was great. But yeah, he used Jolteon. This is the best Jolteon performance I've seen in my life. Where did Jolteon come in kill leaders? It came 18th. Have you ever seen a Jolteon in 18th in kill leaders? No, you haven't. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, I mean it's like what 8 points, and he
Yeah, 8
yeah.
kills, 1 death, and I think it's even cheaper than 8, isn't it? It's fucking 2 points.
Oh, two! Holy shit! I
And
forgot.
six with Terra, 6 with Terra. But even then,
Yeah. So
yeah, this new
that
doc made so much stuff cheaper.
yeah, a 2 point mon or a 6 point mon rather, and it finished in the top 20. Like
Yeah.
and he used it just about as much as Terra Blaziken also, like, which is what Gray said as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
it came to 7 of the games, and it probably terrored in like 3 or 4 of those.
yeah, so he used just about every set available to it. He used Calm Mind, he used like Quick Feet even.
Yeah,
As we
who would
saw
have thought we would have seen a quick feed Jolteon, hey?
I'm sure he's used like specs at some point. Like he's just every set that like you could do has shown up.
Yep.
So he's incredible.
Yep. As well in our 7-1 gang, but a massive fall off in diff, we have Gray, the goat himself. Yeah, following up with I'm gonna say the 5-3 gang, we have actually Mez, Lance, Beyond, who we kind of all were pretty confident were gonna be locked in for the playoffs, and we were correct. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say. I'm glad actually made his comeback. He was really falling off for a little bit there. I still really wish I could have given him a good game. I don't know if I would have won, but like with you, I know I could have made it a very close game if I had put in the time I needed to, but I had a fucked week of work and I just didn't have time. Which is
Fair.
sad, but such is life, right?
Such is life. And then you got making up the numbers down there.
Yup. Fucking lucky ass prick, Mr. Nick. Easiest schedule in A. Didn't beat anyone of noteworthy. Fucking only made playoffs because of a shitty system that we are probably going to be changing. And yeah, fuck you, Nick. You don't deserve playoffs. Suck my cock. Moving on. Albie and Ziggy, and maybe Josh. Josh is kind of debatable. Do you think Josh is better than Nick? Reminder, this diff is because he got 6-0 in week 7 and forfeit loss in week 8. So he was like, actually 4-2 and 0 is not a good fucking diff.
I don't know. I feel like they're about the same, to be honest.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah, it depends because like
My biggest reason on why I'm still
Josh
saying Josh is that he has notable wins.
yeah, but like notable wins can happen like at any time. Like okay, I know you're sick of hearing this, but I'm gonna stick to it. I do think Nick is still better than you,
Kill yourself.
even though you're beating the likes of Sean and myself now and a couple of other guys.
Not Mez, sorry, Gray and Mez.
And the reason is just because I feel like he's more consistent. I don't feel like beating Sean once makes you any better than like
I think it does when I didn't hax him.
Like, Chris hasn't beat anyone of note.
He
Know,
has.
like, has he?
Yes. So has Josh. Josh literally last season
Oh,
beat both Mez and Gray.
Chris beat Sean once. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
I can also guarantee he's beaten other notable players before. Like, he's pulled upsets before. He's beaten you, hasn't he?
He's a good one, Zeus. I would say Zeus is better than you still.
Yeah, I'd probably agree to that.
You know, like he hasn't beat anyone. Granted, he hasn't had the time. We still need to.
Also,
like,
he should have beaten you.
He should have beaten me. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you hacked him. But
yeah.
in saying that, I will say you just played particularly bad that game. It's not like you're definitely better than him in my opinion. You simply just had a bad game, and that just happens sometimes. You can't always be at your A game, right?
Well, it's like I said. I never got a good grasp of my team at all. I don't think I used Raging Bolt ever to its full potential. I feel like there were so many missed opportunities in a lot of games where I coal-minded. I don't feel like I used the right terrors in a lot of games. I don't feel like I used Thunderclap enough.
No, you didn't.
You know,
I can't even think of a time you used Thunderclap. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think I used it at all. So yeah, like again, I just don't think I know how to use Raging Bolt good yet, or at all for that matter. It's just kind of a good mon that's in my team that's filling a spot.
Yeah.
The way I used it, so I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just like saying that's probably why I haven't been playing as good as I normally do.
Words. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Back on that note, because you did briefly bring it up. I also don't know where to segue this to. About Nick, you thinking Nick is better than me? Because he's. I want to talk about mine and his game in the way it's the same as Actually. Both the games against Actually and Nick, I didn't have the time I needed to prep for. Whereas Nick was prepping literally all week long, and I know he got help from Lance as well. I don't know, and I think he said someone else, but I can't remember who now. I think it was someone else from GPA that didn't join this season, I think. Don't quote me on that. But the truth of the matter was, he prepped and worked all week for that game where I simply didn't have time to. And while I will say he definitely out-prepped me, and he did outplay me as well, that doesn't really mean... Like, winning one game doesn't mean that he's better, you know?
But that's not why I said he was better, though. Like, just in general, I just think he's a more consistent, level-headed, makes less mistakes player, you know? Like, I don't think the margin is that big. Like, I definitely think any game you have between him can go either way. It's not like a one-way street, like, oh, Nick's got this in the bag.
True.
But, like, I just feel like, you know, with your battle, right?
Yeah, my battle, I did shit.
Yeah, more to the point, I guess, there was no... You can only play what's in front of you, right? Like, no one can help you being busy except yourself, and it kind of just happened that week, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And if Nick ended up losing that game, it would have been, I had a busy week all week, and you still couldn't beat me. But then if he beat you, it's like, I had a fucked week, don't, like, think you're better than me because of this. You know, he couldn't win.
I mean, he already thinks he's better than me. Did you hear the trash talk pre-fucking season? Motherfucker said he thinks on a bad day he could beat me at my peak. Shut the fuck up. Even if you are better than me, which I still will not admit you are, you're not that much better than me. Calm down, motherfucker.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's probably a horrible take, because you at your peak have beaten some of the best.
Damn fucking right I have. Anywho,
it's just unfortunate that peak only comes up once a blue moon.
To be fair, it's usually just because I usually give up halfway through the season.
Which you've started to do less, and I'm happy about. And I feel like the less you do it, the better you'll be. I feel like your score down there doesn't reflect how good you have been in.
I think my diff, the fact that I'm 2-6 with -12, shows a massive improvement. Do you know what my score was last season?
I don't remember.
1 to 7, -31.
Yeah, no, that's a massive improvement. You've lost by a lot less, and you've won one more game, and
I
you've
arguably
kept-
should have won another.
yeah, I mean against Josh,
Yeah.
and then like, possibly Mez as well.
Yeah,
no,
true.
like it's you the improvement is there. I don't think it's fair to say that you've plateaued. I think you just need more effort like you did against me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's always that extra motivation to really fuck over your friends, right?
Well, I guess so, but like also if that's kind of like what it takes for you to be good, and it's not just about like prepping that hard every week, because let's be honest, it'll burn you out.
Yeah.
It's more about taking the good habits from prepping well and just taking them into your games in the future. Which is why I like talking to Gray and Akshi and whoever I can a lot and mocking with them, because I feel like I learn from it.
Yeah, well, that's why I did a lot more mocks this season than I normally do.
Yeah, and
I mean, do you know how many mocks I did against for your game specifically?
I'm gonna guess about 20.
Probably like 8.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it wasn't 20, but like I did multiple mocks, and like I said, I made like 5 different teams, and we discussed a lot more different variations as well. Literally, hang on, hold up. If I go to my prep doc, this is going a little bit. Okay, that's literally just googling prep. Fuck you, bullshit. Prep doc. Where the fuck is my prep doc? Sheets. I guess we're going the long way around. Prep doc. This is not my game. Let's go to my gun. If it'll fucking update. Hello. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, on my team, do you want to know the only Pokemon that was never considered? Can you take a guess who was the only Pokemon not considered for the team?
Holucha.
Correct. Every other Pokemon, all 8 Pokemon were on at least considered, and Garganacl was the only one that never made it onto a partial team. Everyone else,
Holucha didn't look great here. Thunderclap, Wheezing, you know.
Even Darkrai and Landorus.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. If you had him burden up, you always outsped.
True,
just defensive Mew was a problem. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
and T-Wave Klefki. Yeah, Holucha was bad here.
Exactly right, but like Garganacl never made it to a team, but it
well.
was still talked about, right? But like literally every one of these other Pokemon was on a version of the team, right? Which is kind of crazy to talk about, right? In the different amount of preps I did, every single team, well, all 8 of these Pokemon were on a team.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's crazy work from you, I think, and crazy dedication.
Yeah. That's the thing. I literally made a group chat, quite literally called the Beat Ziggy Coalition. That had, of course, me, Mez, Gray, and Davis.
I feel like the more you kind of, I guess, go on about like how much you've prepped for this game, it kind of makes me feel less of a loser, even though I kind of lost to hacks. I don't know. I never expected to, ever lose to you, but I guess all it took from you was just a lot of dedication and prep, and it's amazing where it can get you.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see how you fare up against Warpig a second time with that same dedication.
Yeah,
I feel like
to be fair, that also happened in week 1, and I feel like if that happened later in the season, it would have gone a little bit better at least, because I was still learning how my team operates, and, even little things like not remembering to teleport with Deoxys. like that. I just wasn't in that mindset yet because I had literally only just. That was the first. I don't think I ever used. No, sorry. I used teleport in exactly one other game, which was in the season 7 grand finale against Josh when I used Trick Room Teleport Ursaluna. That was the only other time I can ever remember genuinely using teleport. Because it's just not usually a move that I use, and most Pokemon also lost it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that. I think that's quite literally the first time I've probably used teleport more this season than I ever have ever combined. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I hadn't learned how to use my team at that point, you know? And I also was just really dumb for some reason. Like, I sacked Rillaboom, whatever. I'd definitely be interested. And that's also why I was disappointed about when I was busy against Akshay. Because I don't know if I would have won, right? But I'm sure I could have given him a good game at least, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, and obviously you can't help it when it happens. You've just got to kind of, you know,
Roll with the
be the
punches.
best you can given your circumstances. But like, yeah, I just feel like if you put a lot more effort into your games like you did against me, like I'll say it the same every time, every season. Like you have proven you can be good. You know, it's not as
Yeah.
if you're shit every game.
Yeah.
You know, it's if you were shit every game, you would be in B division right now. But you always have those games where like
I clutch
you
up.
you either prep or play out of your mind. So it's doing enough to keep you in B division, but eventually you're gonna have to. Well, you don't have to, but like you're gonna want to do more. You know,
Yeah.
like you said, make top 10. You know, you're not gonna you're not gonna make top 10 if like you don't start having more of those games.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of yours to decide.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, it's like if you're busy, then there's really not much you can do about that.
Yeah. Anyway, moving to the only 1 in 7 player is Chris. We kind of talked about this already, and it's been brought up in like every week, I feel, where he just got fucked by schedule. I don't think there's anything needing to be said there. And then
Yeah.
as for our final member here, Steeler, who then was replaced by Aiden, neither of them are simply ready for A Division quite yet, to be blunt.
I don't. I mean this in the most respectful way possible. I didn't think anyone else was gonna come last. To be honest, yes, even you. I didn't think you were gonna come last.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was initially having you in second last, but then I saw Chris's schedule and I was like, yeah, no, this is definitely not like. He's definitely not gonna finish where he usually does.
Yeah.
So
Also
yeah,
worth
that
noting, Zeus is literally only 1 diff ahead of me.
yeah,
And that's with me getting fucked over by Josh bullshit, right?
yeah, but then he got fucked over by my bullshit.
I love that. That's fair.
So yeah, like I definitely feel like Chris can like
Yeah, he's gonna dominate B. If he
he's gonna
decides
be a
to play, he's gonna rail B.
yeah, he's gonna be a bolter to make like if he's not in the top 4, I'm gonna be
Will you
very
eat your hat?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my hat. The one I've eaten like 6 times this season already.
Yeah. All right.
Just eat a 7th hat.
Yeah. All right.
Go to
We
the
got
worst
one more thing to do, and then I think we'll probably wrap it up. Is to make predictions. So week 1 and also the semifinals has already happened. This is the final week, but we're gonna pretend like we don't know what happened and make predictions on who we think will win.
So the first game is Raw Bewear Force versus Zigzagoon Goon Group.
No, first game is Sean versus no. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. That took me a minute. Yeah, that took me a minute. Yeah, Nick has no chance. It's Sean all the time. Moving on.
No.
Warpig and Beyond is actually a kind of interesting idea. I am gonna say Warpig is gonna win, but like I could see Beyond bringing an upset.
Yeah, honestly, this is like a game that can go like either way. You have to take Warpig just based off like how I feel like he's the safer pick.
Yeah.
Beyond has obviously had those games where like obviously against Akshi and against
Arby.
Albion week 2 where he's just got exposed. And Warpig, aside from that one game against Backrus, which didn't really matter much, he's been spectacular. So Warpig.
Yep. Gray and Lance is also a really interesting matchup. Lance has haxed, quote unquote, haxed Gray 3 times in playoffs previously, which is really funny. However, Gray I do think is the better player. However, Lance has the matchup in my opinion. I'm gonna vote with my friend though, Gray.
Yeah, look, as much as I would like to go Gray, I do think that Lance has like the wood on him. And obviously the last 3 times they played in playoffs, I think all 3 times is in playoffs.
Yeah, it is.
He's hacked him every single time. And I feel like playoffs is like a time where Lance makes his best sets, and yes, he can overcook at times, but like he does know how to make genuinely good sets when it matters. So I think I have to tip the upset with Lance.
Interesting. Yeah, he also does have the better matchup in my opinion, so I can definitely see it being the case.
Yeah.
I don't even know what is considered the upset though. I'm voting Gray, you're voting Lance. I don't know what is the upset, to be honest. I think it's going to be a very good game. And then Akshi and Mez. This is also just going to be a really sick game. Mez being like one of our top 2, maybe top 3 now with Warpig players. And Akshi being kind of a returning legend. He hasn't played in like 3 seasons or something. Also had a really off mid game, but it kind of brought it back towards the end of the season. To be honest, I can't tell you who is more likely to win. Mez is the Hacks God. Actually, I would say has the better team, although King Gambit is pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, my vote on this one is Mez. And the sole reason for that is because Akshi's record in playoffs is absolutely horrible.
Yeah, that's true. So, fun fact, he's made playoffs in every season he's played, which I believe is 4 or 5. And across all those seasons, he has won 1 single game ever in playoffs in his RCL.
Yeah, his record in playoffs is god awful. And we had like a discussion about it. Me and Akshi, yes, me too. I don't have the greatest playoffs record either.
That's just because you suck.
Yeah, I'm not so good. We had a discussion about it, and pressure just gets to us. It's like, it's just sometimes Mons, especially when you need to be good, is just so stressful, to the both of us. So yeah, I feel like Mez has been up there in like finals matches and even won a couple of chips in RCL before. So I feel like he's kind of used to the nerves and is more level-headed when it matters.
That's
So
very
that's
fair.
why I pick Mez here.
I also, looking back at all the old pick'ems, and I also voted Mez, so I guess I'll stick to my guns there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any final words from you, Mr. Server Owner Ziggle?
Not much, except that it's been a really good season. A special thanks to everyone for playing, and especially to the new guys. I feel like
They've
you've
added
made
a great new spice.
Yeah, they've really added some new competition to this league, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they go in future seasons. And if I ever play Warpig, I'm coming for you, mate.
I hope you hacks him, just so we can call you even more of a hacks god, you lucky cunt. All right, you heard the man. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. Words, playoffs on the weekend, hopefully. Goodbye.
Laters.